What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel, and quick video, just something a little different. It sounds really corny, but I wanted to do a PSA on PSA. um, but we always hear that cliche, right, where, bad news, if a customer has a negative experience, they'll tell 10 people, but if they have a good one, they don't often, tell as many people about a good experience compared to a bad one. And I wanted to give PSA a shout out here, specifically Juan over in their customer relations team. Some of you might remember this card. If you've seen some of our submission videos, we did this one, I think, 2 subs back. So probably, I'm guessing, maybe 3 to 4 months ago. And we turned in this Torkelson Auto Bowman card, and it came back a PSA 4. A 4. And if you watch enough of my videos on my submissions, I try to shoot for nothing worse than a 9, but we got a 4 on that. This was a buddy of mine's cards. This is Nate's card, and I felt really bad because we had looked at that card and it had a big old crease on the left side of it here, and something just didn't seem right about it. So a couple of things happened. I went back to Nate and said, hey, give me the card back, let me talk to PSA, because I had looked at my submission video and I could see on it that crease did not exist, right? And then, if you don't know, when you get your cards received at PSA, they take a first image of it, just a quick scan of the card once it was received. And I looked at that one as well, and that one didn't have the crease on it. So that kind of eliminated that it got damaged in the shipping, right? Because if it was clean in my video but then bad on the image, that could have been, either we messed it up or they messed it up. But so I ended up emailing PSA through their online customer form, where you can say, I have a case, and gave them the details and said, hey, I think this card got damaged as part of the grading submission. And I felt confident doing that because I had the evidence. And in that same submission, we had another card that got damaged that had been crimped when they encapsulated it. And that one, they had reached out to me proactively and told me, hey, we screwed it up. We're going to give you, face value for it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I knew that there was a good chance that they would work with me on this. So I sent them the request. That opened up a CRC request for them. And then the way it works, they made that order and they said, hey, go ahead and ship the card back and we'll take a look. Now, I'll admit, it took a long time for them to get this resolved. It was probably 2 months, but this was after after the national. So people had already, there was a bunch of backlog. So anybody who's been doing that last $15 value submission, you know what I'm talking about. It took a long time for that to get back. But to their credit, they actually contacted me back and said, hey, you know what? We did find out that, yep, we'll take responsibility for the damage of that card. So it shouldn't have been a 4. It should have been something better. And to make up for it, they gave my buddy Nate face value of a PSA 10 for the same card, which was $125. So that was cool. And they actually refunded also the grading fee. So you could see there the $19 grading fee with the $125 face value. Got this check just today, and went ahead and deposited that and gave that money back to Nate. And then the really unexpected thing was they said, hey, do you want the card back as a PSA 4, or do you want it back as authentic? And I thought, oh shit, never even thought about that being an option. So that's a way better look for this card than hanging a PSA 4 on it and having to explain to people what's going on. Yeah, an authentic isn't the same as a PSA 10, but I just think it's a better look. And, that cleans up the pop report on it as well. And I think at the end it was a win-win for everybody. So I just wanted to let you guys know that even if you suspect that PSA might have done something wrong, maybe damaged your card, or in any situation, right? Back to you never make the shots you don't take. But in this case, you have your evidence. So if you're doing submissions, record your submission. You don't have to post it on YouTube. Just record it so you have a record of what the cards looked like when you sent them. So if you watch my submission videos, I'll kind of purposely bring it up to the camera and do a quick little look at, just for having my record of what the card looked like before it left. So record your submissions. Take a look at those first images when they show up, because those first images get replaced with the graded picture after you get your cards back. So I misspoke earlier. I had to ask the customer service rep to send me the first image because it didn't show up anymore on my dashboard. So once we looked at the video, then looked at the image, then it became clear that, hey, that crease showed up after you guys initially scanned it. And once that happened, then it's on them. And they took responsibility for it. So again, kudos to them. And again, shout out to Juan Salinas over in the customer service department for working with me. Very good on the email reply. They FedExed the check today, and no hassle whatsoever. It took a little time, but they were busy. But I think both me and definitely Nate appreciates that, and it was a good experience. And I wanted just to let other people know that PSA is not all just about they screwed me over or blah blah blah, but have you actually tried to work with them and work it out? Like, they don't want you mad at them. They don't want you making YouTube videos saying how much they suck. So in this case, a good experience. Make sure, if you even have any doubt whatsoever, if they had said, nope, we saw the card was damaged when it came in, they just shipped the card back to me. It wouldn't have cost anything. I didn't have to pay for shipping, nothing. So they completely took, they assumed guilt, I guess, to start up. And, either way, I would have trusted that they came about with the right solution. And in this case, couldn't have asked for anything better. The authentic was a nice cherry on top, so that he didn't have to stare at a PSA 4. And this card's a lot easier to move now if it's authentic versus it being a graded card. So anyways, just a quick little positive story on PSA customer service. I know we don't see too many of those, but they do a good job. And, they're willing to work with you guys and all of us. So give them a shot. And again, it's all on their website. There was nothing special. I had no hookup. Nothing like that. I just went through the online form, submitted the problem. Yeah, it took a couple weeks to get everything lined up. And then it took them a month or two to get the actual, review done. But in the end, I think it worked out best for everybody. And I'm happy my buddy Nate got his money back and got a better looking slab back. So anyways, let me know in the comments below if this is, refreshing to hear a positive PSA story. If you have your own positive story, I think it's good as a company to make sure they know that, there's good experiences, not just the bad ones. So just wanted to go a little against the grain today. No reason for me to shit on PSA in this case. They did a great job. Appreciated the help. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. Like, comment, share below, and we'll see what new stuff we do here. We got maybe another football submission for the PSA special going on. Kind of a little dead right now for baseball products I'll be ripping. And football, we'll see. I don't know. Well, there might be a little bit of a lull here for the next week or so, but let me know what you're ripping right now, and maybe I'll go buy a box. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.